All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here we have an update on the David situation. As according to Donna's Live News and other news outlets, they say David transferred his Texas homes to his mom's name on the same day that Celeste Rivas was identified. And I believe this was found out by in public records. And typically, I've heard of certain people doing this in efforts to not lose their assets when being sued or divorced. They'll typically transfer their assets to their mother's names. You know, it's a pretty simple strategy as to not lose everything attached to your personal identity. Some people will actually transfer their assets to an LLC plus S Corp to have that technically under a business that can't be sued for personal liabilities. But that's some other game that I don't want to spit in this video. But the next best course of action is to, transfer to your mom's name, assuming you can trust your mother. We all know that most of our moms love us, but there are some moms out there that you simply cannot trust. Shout out to our moms, though. We'll love you. However, as according to TMZ, they say David is making some real estate moves as cops investigated the death of a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas whose decomposing corpse was found in his Tesla. After that, though, had transferred 2 of his Texas homes to his mother. And I believe he is from Texas. But after he blew up, he moved to LA. The California dream that most aspiring artists have. They say, though, according to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, the singer transferred the deeds to 2 Houston area residencies he owns under a trust to his mother. And by the way, here in this footage, as you can see from TMZ, you can see that cops were actually pulling up to his mom's and father's place of residence in Texas because somebody swatted their house. Listen, Edo not again support the extremism in certain cases like this, swatting, threatening people, trying to kill them, it's just too far form. Even if you don't like them, or you believe that they're a danger to society, swatting their family members or friends who are associated with them but did not do the crime is crazy. It really is.
It sends like a ping that's how they know the address.
And this address came up to this number?
Yes, ma'am, that's where he was meeting. County to engine 42.
Yeah, that's actually crazy, man. Obviously the mom is in her robe. I think the dad here is just highly confused as to what the hell is going on. And guys, just don't do this. It's like reprehensible behavior. It's highly immoral, illegal, and you can actually go to prison for this. Just please don't swat people. That's weird. However, they say David made the changes on September 18th and September 22nd for the second property, and the 18th was the same day cops were called to one of his homes for a swatting incident. The caller, who was apparently using a device to mask their voice, falsely reported a shooting and a dead female victim. It looks like his parents and his siblings are already living in one of the homes. When cops showed up for the swatting call, his parents answered the door and told police David's younger brother and sister were upstairs. As reported, LAPD executed a search warrant at the LA rental home where David was living on September 17th. And here below there is some police body cam audio that we're going to play for you guys right now.
It's me and my daughter, the only females here. She's 8.
Yeah. Who was
4
the
of us
person?
live in the house. My son?
Your son?
Yes.
Okay, he's upstairs?
Yes. My daughter is upstairs as well.
So, in that audio we just heard the mother, you could hear her. I believe this is when she was swatted. They pulled up to her house, but they kind of clarified the audio. She said both her daughter and her son was upstairs. Thieson being the younger brother of David, we've seen him plenty of times in the past videos I've made. And the daughter, I don't think you guys have seen her. You don't need to see her. She's like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old. But she did pop out on stage with David. So maybe I can't play the clip because he literally brought her out on stage. So it wouldn't be too weird. So as you can see here, his sister right here, obviously she's a little kid. This guy got famous. He apparently, based off of what I heard, he got a $3 million advance as well. After a particular song from a label he got signed with. And, when he's at particular venues or concerts that he's, performing for, he brings out his little sister or his brother along, even if they're not on stage. Kudos to him for, not leaving his family behind, despite all his character flaws and him literally being a potentially pedophile murderer. This is all alleged, by the way. Obviously, I can't make any definitive statements as he's not had his court case yet. So, me saying anything definitively can possibly get me sued. So this is all alleged. This is all speculative. Of course, I'm not labeling him anything definitively. This is in a very opinionated video based off of all the things we've seen previously. Please don't sue me. somebody on Twitter said, David probably in an underground bunker moving like Saddam Hussein because LAPD too busy licking each other's. It does rhyme with raises. We got my guy Mini Clint here who said, imagine that David Ward was innocent this whole time, lol. I don't know about that. Mini Clint. After all this overwhelming evidence, I would be shocked. What are we going to blame it on? AI Sora 2 ChatGPT. And by the way, in case you guys didn't hear the update, Celeste was laid to rest about 4 days ago. According to TMZ, Celeste Rivas's casket was carried in by loved ones. As you can see on screen right now, her family members are here, at some type of graveyard. And it appears to be kind of small, which is okay. But honestly, it is kind of weird how this guy literally has not been arrested considering all the evidence we've seen so far. And if it were anybody else, right, I promise you they would have been in custody by now, in jail. At least waiting for their trial to begin. So, genuinely speaking, when people bring up these conspiracy theories about Illuminati or, David kissed the nanny goat or David has got connections or David this, David that, I completely understand because I've never seen this a celebrity or anybody, for that matter, literally having a body found in their car and not being in some type of holding facility at this point after all the overwhelming evidence. I promise you, if I were in the same exact situation, I would be cooked. I would have already been probably like 6 feet under the ground by some crazy maniac who wanted to take me out. But literally either I would be dead or I would be in a holding facility, just waiting for vitriol to begin. So it's crazy. It truly is. And for a little more details, they say Celeste Rivas's family and friends gathered Monday at Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary as they carried the slain 14-year-old's casquetto, her final resting spot. A hearse pulled up to the Roland Heights, California cemetery next to a large tent. The funeral service will finally give her family and friends a chance to say goodbye after a case that's rattled LA and left more questions than answers. And by the way, I just want to say, given the level of decomposition and how hot it was in that California heat, and apparently she may have been in that trunk for like at least 4 weeks, what the hell did her body look like? And did they have like an open casket, a closed casket? I can imagine it was closed because I'm not sure what would have been left of her body given the description of dismemberment. Her body was so decomposed that her limbs started to be pulled away from each other. I'm just saying this is disgusting the more I try to visualize this in my head. And I fully understand why people just don't understand why this guy isn't in jail by now. Ladies and gentlemen though, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. This was just a quick update video since I just saw this, woke up today, saw this, thought I'd talk about it for the people who wanted to hear about this. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, MoriHQ, links are in the description. If you want to send me any more video topics or stories to talk about or cover, be sure to follow the second channel, Mori Live. Links are in the description. Also, Spotify, Apple Music links are in the description as well. That said, if anything else comes about, I'll be sure to report on it and talk about it. Take a look at the details and see what's up. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed, found this informative or interesting. And until next time, catch you in the next one. Peace.